It's hot in here. Go in that big rink. It is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We're coming to you live from the Invista Center in Kingston. The Kingston Ice Wolves have just taken the ice. Still waiting on our Clarington Flames. And there they are. Clarington Flames wearing their black road jerseys today. And it looks like Victoria's going to be our starting goaltender. Victoria Lejoy, number 88, will be the starting goaltender. So there's a look at your Clarington Flames getting warmed up. Got a much better angle today, folks, as we don't have the live barn pole sitting in our way. We just have some fans getting into their seats for the last couple minutes here. Just have to turn down the audio, folks, on the in-arena music so that we don't get any copyright warnings from YouTube, because they are playing music today, which is going to be great. Help pump the girls up. But that music, YouTube does not like the copyright laws, so. Also happy to report that we have Kinsley Patfield back in today's lineup after missing several games due to an injury. So she'll be back in the lineup today after missing a few games with an injury, and she's partaking in the warm-up. Just 10 seconds left to go in the warm-up here, so both teams will be headed to the bench for last-minute instructions from the coaches. So thanks for joining us today, folks. Your Clarington Flames, unfortunately a game I couldn't attend again, coming off I believe it was a 4-2 loss to the Belleville Bearcats on Thursday night. So Clarington looking to rebound and take it to this Kingston Flame, or this Kingston team early on. And it looks like Kinsley Patfield's going to actually get the start today, too. And that draws one by Kingston. Pulled back to the defense. Picked off by Patfield. And Clarington's going to bring that down into the Kingston zone. Kingston looking to break out the far side. Patfield breaks that up again. Nice to have Patfield and that digger in the corner working hard. Back in this lineup. She pulls it back to the defense for Lee. Lee puts it back in for Patfield. Patfield tries to look far side, but Kingston was already coming out of the zone. Kingston elects to dump that down in, and they'll make their first change of the game. So a chance here for Clarington to set up. Head to Beetham. Beetham's going to gain the Kingston zone. That's turned over. Kingston fires it around the boards. Preston's there to pick it off. She'll play that in front of the net. Kingston's going to bring it up the near side. Okapek squeezes her player out, strips the puck, and she'll start to bring it up ice. She hits Strand in the neutral zone. Strand got it over for Busato. Busato working hard on the far boards, trying to get that puck deep into the Kingston zone. Clarington with a little bit of momentum here, looking to get some shots on net. There's Beetham coming out of the corner. She takes a shot. That's steered aside by the Kingston goalie. Okapek dumps it in the corner for Strand. Strand with it. She's looking out front. There's Beetham in front. She gets a stick on it, and that's just steered to the side again. Nice pinch by Hanthorn there to keep the puck in the zone, and that's going to come around the far side, and Kingston's going to start their breakout now. 2-on-3. Clarington doing a good job of trapping that neutral zone and forcing Kingston to just dump it in. Okapek, she goes to play it up the middle, but that's picked off by Kingston, and they'll turn it back in. Shot on net. That's steered aside by Victoria. Okapek gets it again. She dumps it around the far boards. Winger wasn't quite ready for it, so now that'll get dumped back in the corner. Okapek's going to give chase. Kingston player brings that around behind the net. They let her walk out front. She gets the shot off, and that's going to go in the net. So second shot of the game on net from Kingston is going to just trickle over the shoulder of Leejoy, the goaltender for Clarington. So Clarington trying to start that breakout and get that working for them. And just a costly turnover. Kingston wins that puck, and they'll dump it down. Coulter plays it across the far side for Wood. That's picked off. Puck moved up by Luxton. She dumps it down in on the Kingston goalie, and the Kingston goalie's going to hang on and force that face-off. Going to get our game clock reset here to match the face-off won by Kingston. They're going to pull it back and try to move it up the wing. That's picked off. Back to the point. Wood keeps it in. Kingston now. Wood again at the line. She's able to try to keep that in, but Kingston's going to bring it the other way. Coulter. She checks her player out to the wide side, but she gets around her and play on net. Luxton now with it on the near board. She's looking for somebody, and now she gets it out. Out to the neutral zone. Kingston regroups, and they just dump it down the ice. Oh, picked off by Kingston. And shot on net, and Victoria Leejoy's going to hang on and force that face-off. So face off just to the left of the Clarington goalkeeper. Face off won by Kingston, but they dump it in the corner. Okapek plays it up the near side for Preston. Lee gives chase back behind the net. She's able to take that puck away. Trying to move it up the far boards. That gets past Ridding. And Kingston dumps it back down in. Preston with it on the near boards. She's going to play it off the boards, but not out. Now Preston gets it. She passes over to Ridding. She gets through the neutral zone. Ridding just trying to get that puck in deep. And it goes off the skate of the Kingston player. So Preston and Ridding giving chase down in behind the net. Puck comes out. Lee pinches down. She gets hit from behind on that play. No call. Patfield shoots that around the boards. Up for Preston. She's got some room. Preston loses on the near board, so she just fires it out and down the length of the ice. No icing as it went just past the stick of the Kingston player. Kingston starts their breakout on the near boards. Moves it up, dumps it out, and that's right onto the stick of Hanthorn. So she gives chase, plays it up the boards. And that's going to come out with Brusado through the center. Brusado drives the net, just poked off her stick into the corner. And I think we're going to have our first penalty of the game, power play for Clarington, as Kingston cross-check Brusado into the near boards in the corner. So Clarington going to get their first chance here at the power play, a chance to even this game back up. Sorry, just need to update the score there for you too, folks. Face-off won by Clarington. That rolls right through the crease, and Kingston's going to fire that down the length of the ice. Coulter back for it. She's given chase. Picks it up behind the net. She wraps it around for the winger on the near side. That's Beethan. She plays it up for Brusado. And Kingston then again just dumps that puck back down the length of the ice. Kingston killing this penalty off. They get the benefit of icing. Play comes out in front of the net. Coulter picks it off, and she'll make the play out. Kingston again dumps that puck back in. Coulter with it on the far side. Nice pass up the near side to Rowan. Rowan brings it up through the neutral zone. Clarington making a change at the time, so there was nobody there to pick up that pass. Wood with a head of steam. She brings it up. She dumps it down into the Kingston zone. Kingston's going to bring it out the far side. Clarington shot on net. Rebounds there. That's Luxton. Luxton with two good hard shots on the net. Luxton back with it at the line. She chips it off the boards, gets it around Kingston. Another little chip. That comes over to DeYoung, and DeYoung tries to get it out front. And the Kingston goalie steers that wide, and that puck just goes over the crossbar. Kingston with it. They fire it down the length of the ice, and Clarington's going to give chase as Kingston's going to change up and regroup. Play along the near side. Wood and the Kingston player get tangled up, so Patfield's going to grab that. She's got a head of steam. She's going to go around the far side. Patfield again, pretty hungry in this game. She hasn't played in a few weeks, so she's feeling pretty hungry, and she wants to get her team back even in this game. Face-off's going to be just to the left of the Kingston goaltender. Sorry, folks, we're just being blocked out there for a second. And Kingston's going to shoot that puck all the way down the length of the ice. Hanthorn back to give chase. She gets tangled up and falls down. Kingston gains possession of that puck, so now Patfield again on that puck. Okapek's going to come out with it. She's going to play it around the boards for Hanthorn. Hanthorn plays it up for Ridding, and that doesn't get out. Kingston dumps it down into the corner. They circle around the net. They're looking to set up now that back to even strength. And Victoria steers that shot just to the side. Clarington trying to break out the near side. And that pass for Ridding was actually behind her feet, so Kingston will gain possession and bring that back in. Kingston cycles behind the net. They pass it out front. There's a shot on net. And Victoria Lejoy steers that to the back of the net. And she finally gets a glove on it and forces the face-off. So 7:14 left to go in the first period. 1-0 game for Kingston over your Clarington Flames so far. So look for Clarington to bring up the energy level and see if they can get back in this game. Face-off won by Clarington. Brought out of the zone by Strand. She looks far side for Brusado, but that play's broken up. Beethan's got it in the center. She plays it up for Brusado. Brusado gains the zone. Kingston breaks up that play, and they try to bring it out of the zone. Coulter pinches down, and that play's chipped around her. She's hit from behind. And Brusado now forcing the Kingston player back into their zone. Coulter trying to make the one-touch pass, and that turned over to Kingston. Kingston takes it behind the net. Wrap around. That's steered to the side by Victoria. Strand on the far side. She's looking for Bussato. Goes off Bussato's skate and back down for Kingston. Kingston now, as Clarington's making a change, trying to take advantage of this open ice. DeYoung gives chase. She forces the turnover. She'll bring it back and gain the Clarington or the Kingston zone. Dumps it deep into the corner. Kingston off the end boards. That play's broken up by Luxton. She gets the shot on net from the short side. Okapek pinches down. She keeps that puck in the zone. And Kingston now just clears it off the glass and out. So Lee back with it at her own line. She looks to gain center. Gets it up for Luxton. Luxton has to circle back. Luxton with a nifty little move. Opens up some ice for herself, and she dumps that into the far corner as Luxton looks to make a change. Forward line of Clarington making a change, so Kingston able to dump that puck down the length of the ice, and that'll force icing. That faceoff's going to come all the way back down to the Kingston zone. Face-off won by Kingston, but broken up. Patfield does a great job on the face-off of breaking up that play as they try to come out. So it comes back to the line for, I believe that's Hanthorn. Just can't see the numbers. These dark jerseys, hard to see the numbers sometimes, folks. So Kingston tries to bring it out the far side again. Hanthorn smashes that in on net. And the Kingston goalie, unsure where it is. It's sitting in her pad. She was unsure where that puck was, so she just hangs on and forces the whistle. A little more intensity now coming out of the Clarington Flames as they look to keep this puck down deep in the Kingston zone. Puck comes out to the line. Coulter with it at the point. She puts a wrist shot in on net. Opportunity there comes out to Ridding. Ridding sends that puck just wide of the net. Coulter pinches down, keeps it in deep, puts it around the net for Ridding. Ridding looking for somebody out front. She loses control. Goes back to Patfield. Patfield goes to pass that puck back to the defense. And it just goes past Hanthorn. So Coulter's going to go chase all the way back. She's going to play that around the near boards. And we're going to have an interference call here for Kingston as they're chasing the puck down the ice. And Kingston player just upset and tripped one of the Clarington players. Hanthorn, I believe, as she was given chase back for that puck. So we'll look again to see if Clarington can't take advantage of this 5-on-4 power play deep in the Kingston zone. Face-off won by Kingston. Kingston puts it off the boards. That gets to Lee, but not out. And that puck shot in on the Kingston goalie, and she'll hang on. Face-off won by Clarington. Back for Wood. She takes the slap shot, but that... Kingston shoots the puck all the way down the ice. Lee gives chase behind the net. She plays it up the far boards. The Clarington winger waiting for the puck to come. Those Clarington wingers got to start moving down the boards and start getting towards that puck. Wood with it. Bussato moves down the boards. She picks it up. She'll bring it out. Looks far side for Strand. Strand gains the zone. Kingston players all over. So again, with just over a minute to go in this power play, Clarington looking to capitalize. Puck on the far board. DeYoung battling in the corner. That puck comes out to Rowan. Rowan plays it back to Okapek on the point. Okapek with a nice move. She opens up space for herself, and that puck's tipped just in front. Back to Okapek. She puts it in front. She put it in front for Rowan, and Rowan able to get a stick on it, but Not enough to get it past the Kingston goalie. Another shot on net now by Luxton. Kingston now gets control of that puck, and they just shoot it down the length of the ice. Okapek giving chase. Back to the line for Kingston. Kingston dumps that puck into the zone. Okapek with it. She looks to the winger. That pass is broken up by Kingston. So Kingston forces the faceoff down in the corner. Face-off won by Clarington. Coulter looks far side for it, just bounced off a skate. So Ridding's going to go back and get it. She moves it up for Patfield. Coulter's going to move up, play that puck up, down the length of the ice. Kingston on the far boards looking for their breakout. They chip that around Wood. Preston races back and breaks up that play. So now Wood with it on the board, near board. She plays that up around for the winger. And Preston, she's got some room. She lays that across in front of the net, but Ridding was not yet in that open ice spot. She got held up by the Kingston player trying to get up there. Right idea there by Clarington. They get the puck down low. And Clarington will dump that out now. So Wood gathers it up at center ice. She plays it ahead for Ridding. And Kingston dumps that back down. Wood goes behind her net. Plays it up for Beetham. Beetham looks to center. She gets that up ahead to Strand. That play's broken up, but following up behind the play was Basato, so Basato brings it down into the zone. Okapek gets it out in the neutral zone. She just hammers that puck back down into Kingston's zone. Kingston up the near side. They hit the center. Okapek just cuts right across the ice and cuts that player right off. Now they're going to have 3-on-2 in front of the net. And that play again, Okapek doing a great job of tracking down that player. Puck comes out. Shot on net from sharp angle, and Victoria Lejoy able to hang on to that and force the face-off again. 55 seconds left to go in the first period. 1-0 hockey game. Face-off won by Clarington. Rowan wins it back. She plays it back for Lee. Lee gets it up to Rowan. Rowan gets it up the near side. Luxton gives chase. She's going to chase that Kingston player all the way back behind the net, who brings it up the near boards. That puck comes out front to DeYoung out front, and that just goes off the skate and sails wide in the net. Hanthorn pinches down, gets it in for DeYoung. DeYoung behind the net. That puck's going to wrap all the way around as Clarington defense were making a change. So Coulter's going to get it. She plays it across the far side for Hanthorn. And that's picked off by Clarington, and they're going to come in on net. And they're going to score with 13 seconds left to go in the period. So Kingston taking a 2-0 lead here at the end of the first period. Cross-ice pass just mishandled on the far side, and Clarington able to bring it in on a 3-on-1 and take advantage of that. Just trickles through the legs of Victoria Lejoy. Face-off won by Kingston, pulled back to defense. They go D-to-D cross-ice. That goes off the foot of Ridding. Preston gets it at the blue line. And that'll do it for the first period. So your Clarington Flames trailing the Kingston Ice Wolves by a score of 2-1. So Clarington's going to definitely have to ramp up the energy level and not break out again if they're going to have a chance here in the second and third period against Kingston. And the referees will bring them back to center ice. Face-off won by Clarington. That gets over to Preston. Preston turns it over to Kingston, and Kingston will start their way back up the ice. Lee in a battle along the boards. Kingston player gets past Lee, and she'll take it deep into the corner. She's looking for the open player. Preston grabs that puck, and she dumps it out into the neutral zone. Kingston's now going to bring it right back in on Clarington. Lee breaks up that shot, so now pass cross ice. That misses the stick of Ridding. Patfield with it. She just gets it out of the zone. Puck along the far boards. Kingston moves it up for the winger. And Kingston will dump that in on net. And Victoria Lejo will steer that off to the corner. Kingston wins that race to the puck, and they're going to be first on that puck. So they're going to control this play. That shot goes just wide of the net. Ridding dumps it up off the boards and out. And that play will be blown down for icing. Clarington again struggling with that breakout along the boards. And they just chip it out past the defense, and they make a change here. Get some fresh players out in the ice. That face-off's won and controlled by Kingston. Kingston gets it. She's in the high slot. She's got room to shoot. She takes that shot, and it's going to go right into the top corner over Victoria's shoulder. So Kingston takes a 3-0 lead here coming off that face-off. They controlled that puck, worked it out to the high slot, and able to capitalize on the low energy level by Clarington. Kingston controls the face-off again. They move it up the near side. Hanthorn breaks up the play. She'll put it along the boards, but Kingston brings it back into the zone. Okapek goes for the stick check and misses. So Kingston with a high shot on net. That sails just over the crossbar. Busato, she has that puck stripped off her stick, and Kingston now dumps it down into the zone. Okapek gives chase behind the net. Around the near boards for Hanthorn. Hanthorn moves it up the boards for Strand. And Kingston dumps that down the length of the ice again. Okapek with it behind the net. She reverses, plays out the other side, but all the Clarington forwards were changing on the play, so there's nobody there. Luxton with it down low. She cycles out. She has that puck taken off her stick, and that puck will come just outside the zone. Coulter with it. She chips it off the boards. Clarington gets it into the zone. Okapek chips that down into the corner. Clarington player hits the edge of the net. The net's knocked off, and Kingston's going to bring that down the length of the ice. They get a shot on net, and Victoria Lejoy is going to hang on and force that face-off. Face-off just to the right of Victoria Lejoy. Referee just getting Preston lined up in the right spot. Drops the puck. That face-off goes behind the Kingston net. Coulter with it. She plays it up for Patfield. Coulter and Patfield digging in the corner. Coulter chips that up for Preston. She misses it on the far boards. Coulter continues to keep digging it up. She's going to take it out of the zone herself. And she's going to give chase on that puck. Ridding. She gathers it up. Now Coulter back with it. She makes the pass back for Wood. But that just misses her stick and goes down the length of the ice. Wood up the far boards. Patfield. She gets it up for Preston. Preston looking for Ridding. Ridding gets it to neutral zone, and that comes off her stick. Preston, she gives chase. She gets it deep into the zone and sends that puck in on net. Wood keeps that puck in the zone. Ridding on the far boards. That gets past her, and that puck will come all the way out down to the Clarington zone. And that'll be icing on the play. They'll bring that face-off all the way down to the Kingston zone. So again, let's see if Clarington can take advantage of this face-off positioning, win this face-off, and control the puck deep in the Kingston zone.